morning children, and welcome back to our online class. So as usual, let us begin our class with a new chapter, chapter number 5, plants in the surroundings. And we had just done the introduction part, right children? So let us just revise it. We had done about the parts of the plants, that is the structure and the functions. Now we have talked about the shoot and the root. What is shoot? Shoot means the above part of the plant which is seen with our eyes, like stem, flower, bud, leaf, fruit, etc. These are what? These are the shoot which are present above the ground. Now root, when you talk about root, what is it? It is the part of the plant which is under the ground, right children? Okay. So then we have learned about the functions also, like flower. What this flower do? They forms the fruit. Then fruit. Most fruit contains seed. A fruit may have one, few or many seeds. Mango has one seed. Apple and orange has few seeds. And papaya, tomato, they have what? Many seeds. Right children? Next we have talked about leaf. Leaves differ in the shape and size. They are generally green in color. The food for the plant is prepared inside the leaves in the presence of sunlight, air and water. That means it is the leaf which prepares the food for the plants, right? Next we talk about stem. It gives support to the plant and also it carries waters and foods to all the other parts of the plants, right? Next we talk about root. What is it? Root fixes the plant to the soil. They take in water and nutrients from the soil. Like this stem, this root also takes the waters and available nutrients from the soil, right? So today we are going to talk about a new topic, that is root. Now first thing we know that root, what is it? It is the part of the plant which is seen or which is found under the ground, right? Now let us read. Root is the part of the plant that usually grows below the ground. Below the ground or underground, both are same, right children? Don't get confused in this topic, that the root is the part of the plant that usually grows below or under the ground, right? Below the ground means what? This is ground level, below that. Underground means this is ground, under that. That means both are same, right? Don't get confused in this. Okay children? Okay. Now when we talk about root, there are two main types of root. How many types of roots are there? There are two main types of root. Two. Number one, taproot. Another one is your fibrous root. Taproot. Another one is your fibrous root. Right? Okay. Next, when we talk about, let us read what is taproot. What is taproot and what is fibrous root. So first of all, let us read taproot. The taproot is the main root. Okay. Taproot is the main root that grows into the soil from the base of the stem. Okay, that means what? The root which is just growing from the base of the stem means what? The starting point of the plant under the ground, just under that stem. Stem means what? The part which we see above the ground, right? Above the ground. This is the ground and this is your plant, that is your stem. But when we talk about this root, the taproot is the main root that grows into the soil from the base of the stem. Just from that stem, the roots which are available, that is known as taproot. Okay? Many smaller roots grow out of it. With that root only, many small roots are grown, right? Plants such as radish, carrot, sunflower and mango have taproots. Taproots. Can we give example of any trees or plants which have a taproot? Yes. What? Radish, carrot, sunflower, mango. These all have what? Taproot, right? As their main root grows just from the base of the stem. Okay. Now let us read about fibrous root. Fibrous root. When you talk about the fibrous roots are the bunch of thin and bushy roots that grows together into the soil from the base of the stem. While we talk about taproot, it has a main root. One main root, from there small roots are growing like this. First of all, your class 3 signs. Today's date 08, 08/09/2020. Then chapter number 5, plants in the surrounding. Plants in the surroundings, right? Okay, when you are talking about the taproot, just this is your base, okay, base, okay. Then this is your stem. From here the root is growing like this, okay. Then from here these type of roots are going. This is known as your what? This is your. This is what? Taproot. It has one main root, and from here small roots are growing. Right? This is what? This is your taproot. Now when we talk about fibrous root, this is your base, okay? The base of your ground and stem and root. Then when we talk about any fibrous root, the just stem, okay, then now you see here, now you just see here, see, it will have these plants, okay, leaves are there. Then you see their roots, they are very thin and bushy. Why? Because there we can see many roots. But when you talk about taproot, it has one main root. From there small roots are coming out, right? Difference between taproot and fibrous root. While when you talk about fibrous root, they have what? Thin and bushy roots under the ground, right? Now I will show you the picture in the book. You just go through it and then you can understand it more clear. Now see here, this is your taproot. See, one main root is there. From there small roots are coming out, right? Now when we talk about this fibrous root, see a fibrous root, see, thin and many bushy means what? Jungle type of roots are seen over here. So this is your fibrous root. There you can see any main root? No. But when you talk about fibrous root, you can see one main root here straight. Yes. From that small roots are going on. Right, children? Okay. Let us continue with the reading. Fibrous roots are bunch of thin and bushy roots that grow together into the soil from the base of the stem. Plants such as wheat, rice and grass have fibrous root. Now when we talk about example of this fibrous root, which are the type of the plants or the trees, we can see wheat, rice and grass. Wheat, rice and grass. Now I will give you one suggestion to when you see a grass, okay, when you see a grass, just pull it out. Just take it out from the ground. You can see their roots. They are very bushy, means many roots are there. Okay, jungle type of books are. Jungle means what? On west, right? In that same case, when you talk about this fibrous root, they have many thin and bushy type of roots. And when you go to the market, once you see the carrot or the radish, okay, that carrot or radish, when they are in the soil, we just pick them up and we bring them in the market for selling. Now take that example of any carrot or radish, just see, take it one, and you can see small roots are growing, and that root, that carrot or that radish, that is your main root, okay, which we eat also. Right, children? Okay. Example of these fibrous roots are what? Wheat, rice, grass, etc. Right? Now, let us talk about the functions of the root. Functions. What are these roots meant for? Why do we need the roots? Why? Now, let us read. The main functions of the roots are: number one, they hold the plants firmly to the soil. If there is no root, the tree or the plant will not be able to stand. So it is the root which is stick to the ground so that the plants or the trees are standing. Okay. Next, they absorb the waters and nutrients. Since they are under the ground we have water as well as nutrients as well as your nitrogenous fertilizers, right? So it is the work of the root to absorb them, waters and nutrients for all the parts of the plants. Next, waters and nutrients are required by the plants to grow. In order to for the growth of the plant, okay, they need what? Water and nutrients. That from where they get from under the ground with the help of these roots, right? Point number 3, the root holds the soil together and prevents it from being washed away during the rains. Now, during rainy season, we see the floody type of situations or conditions in some areas. Yes or no? These roots, they are absorbed, they are attached to the soil in such a way that even if the waters in a heavy rain, these plants or trees are not washed away because of these roots, right? They catch the soil in such a way that only a very stormy rain will be blowing that tree or a plant, or else no. They are attached, they are stick to the soil in such a way that even if the rain comes, these are not washed away from the ground. Right, children? Okay. Some roots store surplus amount of food prepared by the plants. We can eat these roots. Some examples of these roots are carrot, radish and turnip. Now, when we talk about the eatable foods, from where do we get? We get from these plants, right? We get from these plants. So, these plants, some roots, what do? They store the surplus amount of food prepared by themselves. Okay. The food which we eat, we also get from the plants. So, the example of that plants which we eat are carrot, radish, turnip. We eat them. Yes or no, children? So, some roots store the surplus amount of food prepared by the plants and we can eat these roots. Some examples of these roots are carrot, radish and turnip. Right? Okay. I hope this much will be enough for you for today class. Okay, we'll continue in the next class. Go through this chapter wherever you have doubts. Okay, you clear with me. I'm always there for you. Okay, thank you.